You know, dude, it's the small improvements. I know I'm fat, but seeing the improvements up here, it's looking good. Slow but steady, we're looking better and better, man. All right, now when we buy Pokemon products, buy cards, singles, we always want to protect our investments. It'd be stupid to leave cards laying around like yeah, I have a lot of cards laying around, but that's all bulk and stuff. But when it comes to ETBs, booster boxes, especially rare booster boxes, like, for example, let's pull out, okay, something like this. All right, this is a team up ETB, team up booster box, and it'd be kind of stupid to just sit this on the shelf and just out in the open. Elements can get to it, a cat can get to it, a kid can get to it. I have 2 kids. They would probably ruin all my stuff if I didn't protect it. So while you have sleeves and you have binders, top loaders for cards, for booster boxes and other sealed products, it's not as easy to find. You can maybe find some on Amazon, but those get pretty expensive, and shipping it to where you are is even more expensive. So I have a personal supplier who actually measures out and makes all my cases depending upon the size that I need. And this is, I'm telling you, you have to do this for your stuff. You don't want to risk scratching the plastic. You don't want to risk denting it. Anything could happen. A small earthquake. You might be in one area where you don't get big with a little tremor. Knock it right off the shelf. Boom. See a big dent? Might have to cut 10 or 15% off the market price of the box. Sucks, but it happens that way. So I'm telling you, invest in protection for your sealed product. And I'm gonna show you right here. I've got some of my cases in today. I'm gonna actually box some of my stuff up, and you'll see how I do it. And I'll put a link below where I get it from in the Philippines. Each region's gonna have their own suppliers for acrylic cases, but I would strongly suggest don't go to Amazon and stuff like that to buy those expensive ones, because there's a lot of times there are suppliers. You can check probably Facebook, you can probably check markets and stuff. You'll have local suppliers who can, cut out acrylics to your desired size. Mines are special because they have to be a little bit larger than a standard booster box and a little bit larger than a standard ETB, and I'm going to show you in a moment why, because I overly protect my stuff. You don't want your stuff scratched, you don't want your stuff damaged, and I like to present my stuff out, so if I don't protect it right, it's just going to get ruined. So without further ado, let me show you how I protect my stuff, my investments. Yeah, you're gonna see this dumb thing in front of my face. Anyways, so let's go ahead and show you what you normally have when you buy a product. Here, there you go. You have an ETB. Beautiful ETB. Near mint, I would say. Might have some stuff that could bother you a little bit. Scratch right here. Prime example of what would really piss someone off if they had a pristine collection, something that they don't want to get damaged. What would you do with this? Well, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to buy a dice collector. You can get them on Lazada, and it is in the Philippines. You can get them on Lazada, I believe in Shopee. Right here, he'll put the logo for dice box, whatever. That's what I get. Now, once I have this inside a dice box, it looks like something like this. All right. As you can see, flimsy plastic case. These are a little bit better than the ones you can get on Amazon, all right? Because the Amazon ones, I bought a few because I was bringing stuff from the US to here. Some rare boxes, some of the XY era, Sun and Moon stuff, and that one was really, really flimsy, all right? This one has some stiffness to it, so you can drop it. You're not gonna worry too much about damaging it. This has some kind of structure to it. The one from Amazon, it was just really foldy, really bendy. I'm never gonna get those ones again. It might just be that specific brand, but I'm staying away from them. This one is Dice Protector, and you can find them on Shopee and Lazada, like I said. This is when I take it a step further, all right? We're gonna protect this one with my new acrylics that I bought today. The one who sells this to me, he does a lot of acrylic cases. He can customize a lot of different sizes. Now, this one is a little bit different from the ETBs. Not much, a little bit, just a little bit. All right. So as you can see here, that's how it works. Some people like magnets. I tried magnet cases. Unless they're specific, they can. These are handcrafted, so these ones are kind of best. And what I do is I kind of put like a clear tape on here, and that's it. The bottom is shut. And then, but as you can see right here, this one is pretty. If you look here in terms of sizing, this is pretty big compared to this, right? That's because this is not meant for this one. This one right here is meant for the dice box. All right, it has extra room for the dice box. So this one can go right inside here like that, slides right down. Perfect fit. And that's literally all it is right there. And these are, you know, just clear acetate tape. I go ahead and I just seal it off one side. I don't mind putting them on here because they're clear, so they don't really affect the visuals as much, if ever. Put that one there. Put that one there. Now, I don't have to worry about someone grabbing them off the shelf to look at it and accidentally popping off the top. I gotta do that for all those on top of my shelf over there because I had forgotten to tape them down. And you can see right over, up, left, no, there, yeah, right over there. Those all got brand new acrylic cases as well. This one right here just came from my second batch that I got. I'll leave a link down below for where I get the acrylic cases from. His name is, I believe, Saref Tan, if I'm pronouncing your name right. I've been buying cases from him for a couple years now, and his stuff is amazing. As long as you give him the proper measurements, he'll make it for you, right? I have dice protectors on these as well. They're a little bit bigger, but still same thing. They're still very solid. Stack easily. They stack very, very well. And same thing. Once I get the case for them, then they end up being something like this. You can see there's a dice protector right inside there, and it has a little bit of wiggle, but not enough to damage it if it shakes a lot. And this still is presentable enough. If you see it on a shelf, it still looks nice, right? It's not being blurred, covered out. It's not looking bad. I like it. If that's just me, I like having these acrylics. They look nice, and I'm actually. Look, I have about anywhere from 8 to 20 of every single Sword and Shield box, starting from Battle Styles up. Every single one of them is gonna get an acrylic. Every single one of them is gonna get a dice protector. Every single one of them eventually is gonna be displayed in one way, shape, or form. And my room's just gonna be full of boxes. This is one that's going to one of my good friends, Sean. He's also the godfather of my kids. And this is one of the acrylic cases that I got for him for his old UPC for 151. There is no dice protector for this, so this one you have to give exact size of the box, and you get what right here, what you see. Like I said, it's very well built, and it's good protection. And I'll show you another one that I got right here, which is something odd for me. I never ordered this before. So, Prismatic Evolutions. Obviously, I have some ETBs coming at the end of the month. Or, no, probably in June I have some ETBs. Because we all know that trying to get any ETB for Prismatic Evolution was very, very horrible. There we go. So this was the last one, oddly shaped one that I got. We're gonna see how I'll see how well it fits. I've never got this one before. And oops, I let that go in a bad angle. There we go. Fits perfectly. That's the sound of the plastic and everything. You lock it in place. And we're good to go. Get a little bit of tape. Like, if you don't have, like, really... I would not suggest just, like, Scotch tape or... like the... First off, you want clear tape, but I wouldn't just suggest any clear tape because some of it might not be very strong at all and it just peels off. Like, you want some decent tape. This is acetate. So this is, like, supposed to sit on stuff for months, if not years. And there you have it right there. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful case. But gotta be careful with these sharp edges, though. Woo! But this can sit on my shelf now without a worry in the world. Which goes back to what I told you. Whether you're a collector, if you consider yourself just a collector, an investor, whatever, if you have stuff for display on a shelf, find a way to protect it. Get a dice protector, get acrylic. This is what I do for all my stuff, or eventually what I'm gonna do for all my stuff. And I suggest you do the same because you do not want your products to get ruined, especially now that so many items have gone up in price. Protect what you're collecting. And if you want to see more videos like this or want to support the channel, please like, share, and subscribe. Hit that like button down below. Subscribe is going to help the channel greatly, and hopefully we can get this channel going. Maybe 3,000 subs by the end of the year. Big plan, big goal. Let's get to it. Yay! Game 5.